What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having you look at the DC Comics Multiverse Wonder Woman the movie Wonder Woman figure. Now, here we do have Wonder Woman in the packaging. I really do like the way that this figure looks. We do have an image of Wonder Woman in her cloak. It does say Wonder Woman, and in different languages. Collect and connect Ares. So Ares is the Build-A-Figure of this series, and I cannot wait to see how he looks when he's fully assembled. I actually found most of the entire wave. I missed one figure by about 10 minutes, so that's a little sad. On the side, we have that same image of Wonder Woman. It says, Warrior Princess trained on the secret Amazon island. She travels to man's world to defeat the evil Ares and put an end to war. Flipping it around on the back, we have other figures of this line. We have Wonder Woman, Steve Trevor, Diana of Themyscira, and Queen Hippolyta. Together, all four figures do combine to form Ares, the god of war. Really excited. I have this girl in hand, so what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get her opened up, and then we'll go on to the rest of her review. So sit tight, everyone. And here we have Wonder Woman posing out of the packaging. Before we get onto the figure herself, let's actually look at her Build-A-Figure parts. She actually does come with two pieces of Ares. She does come with a right leg and a left arm. Now, I was a little unsure about it from the pictures, but it does look like Ares' legs are kind of small. And this only proves my theory that Ares' legs are tiny. Maybe he'll look better when he's fully assembled, but this is what we're looking at so far. We have an arm and a leg. Kind of strange they give us one and one, or you would think that they give us two arms and then two legs, but I don't know. I'm not the one in charge of that. If I was, it'd be ran a little differently. But anyway, here we have Wonder Woman posing out of the packaging, and I have to say, this is a huge step up from the Batman vs. Superman Wonder Woman. And it's that way for a number of reasons. And there's a few things that I have a little issues with, but we'll get into that as we look at the figure. First off, let's have a look at her accessories. She does come with her sword, which has the sculpting detail on this is really nice. But I think that it does suffer from a lack of paint, especially down here in the handle. You can see it's just a gold plastic with a silver paint, so kind of a little disappointing that there's not any more detail other than the silver and gold. It does fit in her hands. You just have to pry her fingers open a little, or just slide it from the thinnest part and slide it down. Now she's holding the sword, which looks pretty cool. And then she also does come with another accessory, which I almost completely overlooked. She does come with her lasso, and yes, the lasso is removable. If I can just show you guys. There's a clip on Wonder Woman right here that if you untap right here, you can actually pull the lasso out, and you can actually have her holding the magic lasso. So, really nice accessory, and a really good detail that Mattel took into account. And I think that's just a step up from the Batman vs. Superman Wonder Woman. It does peg back in, although it does seem a little difficult because it is soft plastic. But no, I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. I'll be able to get it back in. And it's a nice secure fit. Once the lasso's in there, it's not going to be falling out. And then she also does have a place for her sword, but I don't know, I'm just worried that it's going to get bent with this. It is a softer plastic, but it is still kind of heavy, so it's probably going to bend the sword. We can get that out of her hand. And let's move on to the figure itself, and I'm going to say, again, huge step up from the Batman vs. Superman Wonder Woman, but still could be a little better, and there's just a few things I would do differently if I had made this Wonder Woman figure, but let's actually move her off to the side really fast. And here we have the Batman vs. Superman Wonder Woman posed next to the Wonder Woman movie figure, and as you can see, there are quite a few differences in them. The blues and reds on her, well, her red is brighter, her red is a little more metallic, and then the blue is obviously brighter. You can also tell that there's a silver accent right here in her belt, where hers is just straight gold. But other than that, they share the exact same sculpt. I want to say it's just a little bit retweaked, but they does look like they share it from the neck all the way down to the feet, with the exception of the arms. And even the arms are a huge step up. You can see where this one had this really awkward articulation where the forearm rotated. This one doesn't have that. The everything below the elbow rotates as one, so that's actually better, and it looks much nicer, honestly. So, is it time to update your Wonder Woman? Yeah, I think so, because this one is garbage at this point. Moving that one off to the side so we can go on to this Wonder Woman's detail. I am not going to lie, I am in love with this face sculpt. I think it looks much more like Gal Gadot than the original one. Let's actually bring that one back out for a really quick comparison. If you were to put these and say they're supposed to be the same character, I would not believe you. But this one has a much better likeness to Gal Gadot than this one. I don't know what they were doing with this one. The eyes are just a little far off the mark, but it's okay. It's not too noticeable from a distance. You can see she is wearing her robe with the hood. See some details going all along the side and right here at the sleeve. Again, she shares most of the same sculpt with the Batman vs. Superman Wonder Woman, so if you already have that figure, you basically know what you're getting. And then the golden her bracers are pretty nicely sculpted. They do have the little cuffs, so that's really nice. A step in the right direction. I'm actually more excited about this Wonder Woman now that I have her in hand than the Batman vs. Superman Wonder Woman. And let's actually go on to her articulation. She does have the same articulation as the other Wonder Woman, but hers works a little better. She does have a ball-jointed head. She can look up slightly, down slightly. This one can actually turn her head left and right, so that actually works much better. This is still a firm plastic, but you can still get it to move. Again, softer plastic for her robe, but her arms do go out to about right here. She has a bicep swivel, single jointed in the elbow, spins at the elbow, rotation in the wrist. No ab articulation, which is a little sad because I really would like them to improve this Wonder Woman figure. And then we do get a waist cut. Legs do go forward, back, and out, although you're not going to get much outward movement due to the skirt and the robe, so that is a little unfortunate. She does swivel above the knee, single jointed at the knee, and has an ankle hinge, which works really well. So if you have the Batman vs. Superman Wonder Woman figure, it's essentially just the same figure, but it's done a little better. Now with that being said, guys, let's actually pose Wonder Woman, get her ready for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. So sit tight, everyone. And so here we have Wonder Woman posed for my final thoughts. Overall, a really decent figure, and I'm really glad that Mattel is taking the steps necessary to put this line back on the right track. It is still a little shaky, though. I still feel like they're trying to keep from making the female figures a little too quote-unquote feminine, because she still has a really blocky body, and I was never really a fan of the Batman vs. Superman Wonder Woman torso, so it is a step in the right direction. I just wish that by the time the Justice League movie comes out, this is actually fixed. We have a feminine-looking Wonder Woman instead of a boxy Wonder Woman. And ab articulation, that is really needed on Wonder Woman. I don't know why they keep excluding it from her, but it is kind of important. But anyway, it is a step up from the Batman vs. Superman line, and I'm glad they're moving the line forward instead of taking articulation away. I was lucky enough to find most of this wave at Toys R Us. I think the only one I missed out on was Queen Hippolyta, but, you know, I'll get her eventually. And Just like all the other DC Universe line, it is going to run you about $19.99 with tax. That's what you're paying for most of the DC Multiverse figures anyway, so if you can find Wonder Woman and if you're looking forward to the movie or just a fan of the figure, I really recommend you pick her up. And this is KingofDragons 5000 saying don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, go check out all my other action figure reviews, all my toy reviews are also up. And until next time guys, I'll see you later. Take care everyone. My dream